Hello there, my very good friends. On this video, we're going to talk all about John Cena's last match. Bit of a discussion piece, bit of a try to make sense of the booking, bit of a unpacking of why people are so pissed off, because people are pissed off about this damn match and this damn result and the nature of the finish and everything else. So, hey, hello, I'm Andy H. Murray. The H stands for Heat again, because everyone's pissed.
I'm Adam Wilbourn.
And this is the discussion. I don't know. We need a catchier name for videos like this where we just talk. Yeah, editorial. This is
our views.
This is our views. There you go. Right, we're going to talk about this freaking match, right? So the guts of it is, if you didn't see it, where you been, baby?
Yeah.
You must have taken the weekend off or something. But the finish to John Cena's final match was him tapping out, submitting to Gunther in their final match. He had a little smile on his face, as he did. You've seen it in the thumbnail today. Yeah. I'm pretty proud of today's thumbnail, not going to lie. It's pretty good. And all of that stuff. And this got all kinds of backlash. So Andrew Pollard talked about it on the news a little bit yesterday, but Triple H, as he was sitting there in the studio show afterwards, they got the crowd behind, getting AEW chants, he was getting booed while he was sitting there going, "This is what we do." This is the usual kind of stuff from Tall Paul. Is he tall? I don't know.
All wrestlers are deceptively tall, because even the ones you think, oh, they're just normal height, are gigantic.
Yeah, he's a beast, probably. So, but a lot of people were really pissed off with this. This was evidenced by the heat that Gunther got from fans after the show. We talked about that this morning. This was evidenced online. If you went on Twitter, it was just a bomb site. It was crazy. Adam, why don't you tell the world, because we have not told the world what we think of that finish yet. So why don't you unpack your thoughts on this?
I mean, don't come for me, but I really liked it. Like, are there elements that I think you could have tweaked? Yes, obviously. I think there's not many wrestling matches that you wouldn't say, ooh, would have done that slightly differently or whatever. But I think it was the right result, arguably done in the right way. It just kind of caught people a little bit off guard. And then there was just deafening BS chants echoing around.
Yeah.
I don't know where to start with this. The most obvious place to start is it was John Cena's decision. Like, I'm not going to go all stand up for Triple H here, but it was John Cena's decision. He openly said that in the ring when the crowd were booing Triple H, I think when he hopped up on the apron, for example. He said, no, this one was on me. And yeah, it should be. It's his last match of a near 25-year career, basically, in the WWE. So obviously, it was going to be his call, and I think it was the right call. Like, we can discuss about the way that they executed it, but to take it all the way back to when Punk ranted about leaving WWE and the legends going over and what have you, slightly different, it wasn't their last match, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's going to be there tonight on Raw? Gunther. And not that he needed it, I get that. I get people saying like, oh, Gunther was already a made man. Yes, but if you have the opportunity to do something like this and even more, sort of elevate him in the eyes of the fans, and certainly get a little bit of heat, judging by people chasing him out of the arena.
It's great.
I think go for it. But I was kind of flabbergasted by the online reaction, especially from like wrestlers themselves. We talked about it earlier. I get people being like, I kind of would have preferred John Cena to win his last match because it's John Cena. But I appreciate the fact that I think it was the Fightful report saying they didn't like it, but they understood it in terms of a booking decision.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of separation between personal feelings and understanding the logic and stuff. So I liked it too. I thought it was the most pro wrestling ass finish that WWE, the sports entertainment world, has done in ages.
Yeah.
It's the tales old as time. The retiring guy goes out on his back, he puts the next guy up over, and he does it in the strongest way possible. The strongest way John Cena could have possibly put Gunther over was tapping out for the first time since 2004.
Yeah.
Was the last time this guy, the never give up guy, tapping out. It's a big deal. I do see the argument that you could have done the pass out finish and like he didn't give up, right? His body gave up, but he didn't. I would have accepted that too. I would have been like, okay, yeah, that's all. I think that's good as well. But I think that I love the professional wrestling traditionalism of it all. Cena's not here tomorrow. Gunther is.
Yes.
So let's put the guy over who's still here. Now, I don't think that you necessarily need to do that with every retirement match. I think that Sting winning his retirement match was the right move.
Yeah, let's not get tribal about this. I like both of them. I think there was the right decision for Sting to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I also think it was the right decision for Cena to lose.
And I agree. I think that I preferred that Cena lost. To kind of devil's advocate it a little bit, I think that a lot of wrestling fans today are just used to getting the nice thing at the end, right?
Yeah.
Like the happy ending of every story. I think that in some cases you need a bit of a bummer. You need a bit of a downer, right? You need a bit of a aw. And also, like, some people express this in funny ways on Twitter and use flowery language that wrestling doesn't really need. But I think that the idea that John Cena finally just kind of accepts that he's been overtaken in his final year is kind of good.
Yeah.
Kind of a good story beat.
Yeah, this is why I think, because I understand the perspective of like, oh, he should have passed out and what have you. I like the idea of him, his limp body just being held up as they played the video package to close out the show. Oh, it was great. You should have seen it, John. You were unconscious at the time.
The referee takes his shoes off for them.
But no, that's why I think you needed to have the tap out rather than a pass out, because I think, yes, you can say, oh, I beat John Cena in his last match. But as we've already seen, the reaction that Gunther can get now by saying, I tapped out your hero.
I mean,
like, he was already a great heel already, and I think he played his role. I think I'm intrigued to see. I'm also not, because I don't really care about star ratings. I think at the end of the day, it is about how you feel about a match. You could have a match from this year, like, that no one else has watched, that can still be your match of the year, or it can be something terrible that universally, or like, most people objectively say is a bad match. If you think it's the best match of the year, that's fine.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Like,
if you think that Chris Jericho versus Dax Harwood from AEW is the best, go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Dax Harwood's wife or someone who thinks that, but I don't know.
Like, in our top 10 matches of the year, we had a match that was, 3 minutes long?
Yeah.
Ivar and Yoshiki Inamura.
Ivar and Inamura, brother. It was awesome.
Yeah. So I think there's that aspect. I'm really intrigued to see what rating it gets, though, because I think it was really well paced and done really well.
It was a good match, yeah.
Right up to the finish.
Good match.
Yeah, and like you say, the way that it was done, the tap out, I really liked the sort of the Super Cena spot several times, getting up and powering out of it, and the arm drop, the classic, wrestling sort of thing.
Classic 1980s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because, like, sometimes they do like one arm drop and you're unconscious. Obviously, that's what they do in like MMA, but in pro wrestling, no. You could still be without oxygen for about 20 seconds, but until that third arm drops, you're still good to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked the sort of story they at least tried to tell of John Cena sort of going, well, guess it's time to hit that old dusty trail. Or,
see you down the road, brother.
Like, this is it for me.
I'm done. I'm not here anymore. Yeah.
Like, it might have been, and it did kind of come across somewhat anticlimactic as a result of that, but I just really like, and I'm intrigued to see where this story goes from here. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you didn't like it, that's absolutely fine as well.
Yeah, a lot of outrage about this. Probably the most we've seen in the Triple H era in terms of like just outright rejecting his booking. This rarely happens these days. This is not the era of CM Punk chants and beach balls and all of that nonsense. Crowds hijacking shows. This does not happen anymore. And I think that the part of it is that people are just used to getting the nice thing at the end of the story. I will say that I thought, for an actor, for a man who acts for a living, John Cena's little smiley face at the end was whack. Like, John, you're a professional actor. Why are you not better at this? So I thought the little smile kind of was like community theater, like cheesy. I didn't need that. But we did get a really good thumbnail out of it, so I can forgive him.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. I will say, right, I'm gonna devil's advocate this a little bit again. I do think that this would have felt a little bit better if the story was a bit longer, right? If it was a bit more defined, right? Because it was really only like a week ago that Gunther started chatting about John Cena and all of that stuff. Had the LA Night match, obviously, got through it, and then it became a full-on match. I think that what you should have done is after Goldberg lost to Gunther, you should have had Gunther go on a tear. I know he's been away. All of that stuff. But if he was hurt, you can still have him on screen doing stuff. He should have picked up the mic as soon as he beat Goldberg, and went, John Cena, you're next, and dropped it, right? And that should have been the build to this, and that should have been the narrative going through Gunther for months and months and months. Because if The story was for several months, long-term storytelling. The Gunther was going to make John Cena give up, the one thing he'll never do. And then he does that. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think you could have swerved some of the negative reaction, not all of it, but some of it. But at the end of the day, looking at this, if I'm Tony Khan and I'm the competition, I'm any competition, I don't know who else competes with WWE, I will be looking at this as something of an opportunity, right? Because if this is representative of a turn against Triple H and his booking and stuff like that, and if it is like the start of a snowball, I'm not saying it is, it might not be. Raw might be incredible and then everyone forgets. That's how it works these days.
Exactly.
But if I'm the competition, I would be looking at an opportunity to try and capitalize on negative fan sentiment elsewhere and to try and build something positive out of that for your own product. Easier said than done. Metrics, business-wise, not the best year for AEW in terms of attendances, TV ratings. Obviously, HBO Max adds at least 500,000 a week to that total. But yeah, it's a good opportunity for the competition to kind of maybe try and pull in some of those people.
First time in a long time you've heard AEW chants in WWE.
Yeah. That doesn't happen anymore.
No.
So it's a good chance for them. Will they capitalize on it? I'm not so sure. But there is a window there. A window there to jump through before it closes.
The only, out of the two big companies, they've still got a show before this year's out.
They do, World End.
They've got big things planned for that.
You know what, I'm going to break my, I usually just skip I don't really skip it, I skim watch, the big pay-per-views that happen in between Christmas and New Year. They're doing Jamie Hayter and Chris Statlander on this show, I'm going to be watching that.
Yeah, I'm taking a break from wrestling for 2 weeks.
Fair.
One time, it's weird, it's the one time of the year, nothing against AEW, but it's the one time of the year where I feel like you can come back in January and be like, what's been going on? Like, even when you go on holiday, you can't come back. I couldn't come back in the middle of August and be like, sorry, what's this?
Yeah,
you kind of have to stay in the loop.
Do a little catch up.
I would heartily advocate taking a little bit of a break from wrestling if you're feeling a bit like all of us are, a little bit burnt out this year.
And if you were really pissed off about this John Cena thing, you can just take that break now.
Yeah.
You can just go and chill.
Maybe give Raw a chance, because I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Gunther's speech. But you have that chance. You can just chill. Because, Royal Rumble season, let's be honest, it doesn't really kick in until January.
And even then...
Exactly.
In the second half, really.
Takes a
there
little
might be, you might get Rumble qualifiers, but what are the rules, really?
Yeah.
People just turn up.
100%.
Yeah.
But look, this is the burning topic of the day. I'm sure there'll be more on the podcast later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're doing a full Saturday Night's Main Event review. We'll talk a little bit about it in the Raw preview, or we will have already by the time this goes out, probably. And I sense this is a story that is going to run and run because Gunther's going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, let us know your thoughts in the comments, because it is... I don't like taking X as a good gauge of wrestling, basically. Just give me your thoughts. I trust you.
Yeah, let us know what you think. I did do a poll on the community page this morning. So if you want to go and vote in that, have your voice be heard, just start the discussion over there too.
And thank you everyone who's voted in our awards.
Oh my goodness, we've had 4 times as many votes as we had. Yeah, 4 times as many votes as we had last year.
40 votes, that is.
Yeah.
It's not, it's a lot. It's a very good gauge, I'm joking.
It's a really big number and I'm really pleased with the response.
I'm excited to shoot that.
Sunday the video will be out, so if you want to see who won those awards. Hey, it's a shame we did it all before this, because that might have been a good one for worst moment for a lot of people. But hey, it's too bad.
Too bad.
In the words of Nickelback.
Wrestling never stops.
Wrestling never stops. I never sleep. And you are not sheep. And you have your own opinions. And your own opinions, you don't wait for freaking John crap on Twitter to tell you what you need. So let us know your opinions in the comment below. Did you like the finish? Did you hate the finish? Are you somewhere in between? That was a very Anthony Fantano outro, but it works. See you later.
Bye.
Goodbye.